Hi, everybody. Happy Easter. So, we're in the octave of Easter, and we're going to continue to celebrate Easter for 50 days. So, what we celebrate at Easter is so important. The church continues to put it at the front and center of every Mass, of every celebration, reminding us what happened on Easter. So, if you're the only one that doesn't know, I'm kidding. Jesus chose to suffer for you and I, died on the cross, a horrible death, and was raised from the dead as he promised, turning death into something that now becomes hopeful for you and me by being baptized with Christ into his death. That's what the scriptures at Easter told us. You and I are promised a life with God in heaven. God got rid of death for any of his believers, and that is our promise. So, as Easter people, that's what we celebrate. In all of this, we hear it in the scriptures. So, I'm going to invite you to find Robert Barron's homily from Sunday because he records them and they're easy to find. But he talks about the Sunday gospel reading that we hear, right? In the church's wisdom, we hear these things more than once, right? They repeat, they become a part of our faith. So on Sunday, we heard from the Gospel of John, Mary Magdalene, or Mary of Magdala, came to the tomb and ran to tell Peter and John that Jesus' body was not there. And so Peter and John ran to the tomb. And what did they find? They found an empty tomb, stone rolled away, and the burial cloths, the things that wrapped the body of Jesus, were in a pile, not just in a pile. So some of them were in one spot, and the one for his face was in another. The reason I invite you to listen to what Bishop Erin says about this reading, he points out things that on Sunday when we're hearing the readings and whatnot, unless we spend some time thinking about it, may not have thought of. So he talks about the burial clause and the fact that if somebody was going to steal Jesus's body, they wouldn't take the time to unwrap him and to take a naked, dead body with them wherever they're going. The fact that the claws were removed, part of them put one place, part of them put someplace else, is an indication that something else happened. Bishop Barron goes on to point in the direction of the Shroud of Turin. So for any of you who do not know what that is, Google it. Take a look at it. The beauty of the shroud literally shows the imprint of a man who was crucified. And the different elements of what the image even is, the fact that it wasn't something that could be made, it was something, well, anyway, watch his video. He does a much better job than I do. In all of this, as people that believe in the Easter message, I'm going to remind us that you and I are called to proclaim the resurrection of the dead because we believe it. and because believing it is important for anyone who doesn't know it. That is why you and I are called to evangelize, to share our belief with non-believers. There are subtle ways that we do this. There are, how would I even say this? Again, we tend to be shy about these things, but this means everything to you and me and to all human beings on this earth. The life on earth is only part of our story. Knowing the other part becomes essential. So in these days of the Easter season, may we proclaim loudly what we believe to our family and our friends without being obnoxious. But you and I better learn how to share our faith with those who need to hear it. So happy Easter, my friends. Thanks be to God for our faith, and I will see you at Mass on Sunday. Happy Easter.